from the CBS Bay Area studios, this is KPIX 5 News.
A wildfire that's burning west of Yosemite has turned deadly. A CAL FIRE captain killed while operating a bulldozer on the fire line. Good morning, I'm Devin Fehely.
And I'm Melissa Kane. Let's start off this morning with a check on our forecast with Brian Hackney.
Hey, good Sunday morning. We're off to what is forecast to be a cloudy start along the shoreline. Later in the day, we'll get more sun spreading inland toward the bay and toward the coast, and then it warms up to about 90 degrees inland. There'll be a few low clouds along the shoreline, and it's going to be breezy as well. Low pressure in the Gulf, coupling with a high to the south, means breezy, coastal chills, and the inland areas simmered.
Governor Brown has ordered flags at the state capitol to fly at half-staff in honor of a firefighter killed in the line of duty. He died yesterday morning while fighting the Ferguson Fire, a wildfire burning near El Portal west of Yosemite National Park. 36-year-old Devin Fehely left behind a wife and 2 young children. CAL FIRE says his bulldozer rolled over in steep terrain as he was cutting a fire break to keep the flames from reaching a nearby community. Fehely was a second-generation heavy fire equipment operator, following in the footsteps of his father.
It's going to be hard for the unit to process the loss, but we all know that in the world of firefighting, it is a difficult job, is a dangerous job.
Braden is known by everyone in Mariposa County and is a star in our community.
As for the fire, it's now burned 1,000 acres in Mariposa County and is just 5% contained. Some areas have been evacuated and a stretch of Highway 140 is closed.
And President Trump is resisting calls to cancel his meeting tomorrow with Russian President Vladimir Putin. Russia's foreign minister has revealed that it was the U.S. that requested a one-on-one meeting without aides. And Friday's announcement of grand jury charges against 12 Russian intelligence officers for election interference does threaten to overshadow the meeting. Democrats and some Republicans are telling the president to hold Putin accountable for intruding in our election. CBS Evening News will have special coverage of the Helsinki summit, and anchor Nora O'Donnell will be there reporting starting tomorrow morning.
Old scene off Highway 65 when police say a man and woman stole a fire truck. It was taken as fire crews responded to the Elkhorn grass fire in Sacramento County. Now, video shows several patrol cars chasing the truck yesterday afternoon. CHP officials say the people inside were switching off driving the rig. Spike strips were laid out, which ended the pursuit about 6 o'clock. The fire engine ended up in a ditch on Highway 70 in unincorporated Butte County, where both were taken into custody.
And there's still questions this morning on what's next for 169 immigrant detainees housed at the West County Detention Facility in Richmond. Dozens of people rallied outside of it yesterday, and those protests have been happening on a weekly basis. The Contra Costa County Sheriff's Department announced last week that it is cutting ties with ICE, and that means it's now up to the feds to decide where those detainees will be transferred. And on Capitol Hill, Republicans say a bill that would abolish ICE will be brought to a vote on the House floor. The GOP lawmakers say the Democrats should be willing to show their constituents where they actually stand on this issue. And this comes just days after 150 elected leaders in the U.S. signed an open letter supporting the legislation. Oakland Mayor Libby Schaaf was among them. The letter reads in part, quote, "We applaud this development and look forward to working with members of Congress to bring an end to the fear and suffering that rampant immigration enforcement causes." House Speaker Paul Ryan fiercely criticized this effort.
According to a new study, it'll take the average San Francisco renter more than 30 years to save up for a down payment on a house. That's according to a new analysis by the real estate website HotPads. It found San Francisco renters can expect to spend 31 and a half years saving up to put 20% down on the average property. That's assuming that they can afford to save 20% of each paycheck. Now, the national average to save up for a down payment is 6.5 years.
And carefully deployed drones are giving Mountain View Police a new vantage point. They're going to patrol a big weekend music festival at the Shoreline Amphitheater.
It's a powerful technology when used in the right way with the right applications.
Well, Aptonomy is a San Jose-based company providing drone security to 900 public agencies throughout the country. And these drones can easily get into areas that would normally be hard to reach by foot. And they have incredible zoom capabilities. Add that to the software that comes with the drones, and this is more than just a surveillance tool.
Aptonomy, one of our focus is building a layer of artificial intelligence applications onto these systems that can pick up details and anomalies, including license plates, facial recognition, detecting a vehicle in an area where it shouldn't be. And this is kind of one of our software focuses as a company.
A spokesperson with the police department says they will review the results from the demo and then decide what to do next.
What you say inside Walmart might stay inside Walmart computers for an extended period of time. The retail giant submitted a patent for listening devices that could be used to record employees. The audio data could then be analyzed to determine whether staffers provided solid customer service. The idea is sparking some controversy amongst customers.
I think they should just do their job and watch their employees and see what they're looking for. They shouldn't have to eavesdrop.
Amen. Walmart has not announced any plans to roll out the new recording system just yet. There are also no details in the patent application about how the devices will handle recordings of customers' conversations. Vandals in San Francisco targeted a mural of legendary musician Carlos Santana. White paint was splattered all over Santana's face. It was discovered yesterday. Now today, the original artist behind the mural, Mel Waters, was there painting over the graffiti.
It angers me, to know that, murals here in the Mission District in San Francisco have been sacred. Nobody touches murals. It's part of our art, part of our history. It tells stories. And to see this, white paint on the face of Carlos Santana, to me, is clearly, it's hate.
Now, so far, no word on any arrests or who may be behind the vandalism.
Well, good morning, everybody. We're going to wake up to, yes, I know it's all about the World Cup today. I mean, I'm not crazy. It's all soccer all day, but I will hit you with some baseball. We had a manager firing last night. Oh, I'll tell you about that in a second. First, I'm going to show you Brandon Belton just threw down his glove. Got all mad, got tossed, argued balls and strikes. This is the game of the A's. And in the fourth, Austin Slater found a hole, put the Giants up 3-2. And then in the seventh, Mark Canha crushed a 2-run job, put the A's up 4-3. Giants had the tying run at second base in the ninth, but Brandon Crawford waved in strike three, and that is how the A's won at third and King Street. Final of 4-3. Rubber match game later on today. Let's go to Wimbledon. Duchess Kate Middleton, Meghan Markle watching the women's finals, and they saw Angelique Kerber far court beat Serena Williams in straight sets. 6-3. 6-3 was not close. It was a third Grand Slam title, first at Wimbledon. And then you look at it, the men. Yeah, Djokovic, far court, beat Rafael Nadal in 5 sets to advance to today's final, where he is playing Kevin Anderson, even as I speak, in the men's final. Winner, you can check with Dennis later on today with complete highlights of that. A's and Giants Game 3, along with more moving pictures. See you later.
Check out this incredible iPhone video out of Florida. A woman was riding the world's tallest swing ride when she took out her iPhone and started recording. But after a few spins, she drops it. The phone tumbled 450 feet to the ground, recording the whole way. It landed face up, showing just how far it fell. And get this, it survived the whole ordeal with only a scratch.